Hello guys, back here with another video, and today we are going to be seeing the top 10 strongest Pokemon. Wait a second, he's not even legend. He is my favorite Pokemon. So, comment question of the day. Please tell me your favorite Pokemon in the comments below. Leave a like, it helps out the channel a lot. Because I'm trying to post videos daily, but it's hard because I'm in DFAX. Well, fun fact about Kyurem. You have to Keldeo had to beat him to become one of the fourth member, like the big horns thing.
No, you're not.
It's recording the stream.
Why?
'Cause I want to react. Of course. Surprised one non-legend I'm surprised there is not a legendary on that list, because Charizard's not a legendary, but in my opinion he is. Weakest. Yeah, weakest. Yeah.
Hey guys, and welcome to this, sort of interesting video that I'm making.
No, he's reacting. Yeah, J-Wits.
You live in a large city, busy streets, crowds of people, and never-ending traffic. You start dreaming of trees.
Hey Pokemon fans, I'm J-Wits, and welcome to a new Top 10 video. Now a couple Top 10s ago, thanks to you guys, my video Top 10 Worst Pokemon was my fastest to 1 million views. I really thank you guys for that. But there is one problem with the video, and that's that a lot of people thought that I meant the top 10 worst Pokemon in terms of stats when I made the video, rather than my opinions, which is what I used. So, to appease everybody, today we're going to talk about the worst Pokemon stat-wise, or what I like to call my top 10 weakest Pokemon. For anybody interested in the truly weakest Pokemon stat-wise, you can find them in simple lists on Bulbapedia. Right here we have both the weakest Pokemon overall and the weakest fully evolved Pokemon. I could easily spit one of these lists back out at you, but I've decided to have a little fun with it and make some creative picks. For example, Shedinja, Smeargle, and Ditto are the 3 weakest fully evolved Pokemon, but each have a unique strength. Shedinja's Wonder Guard can block out whole teams, Smeargle has the largest moveset of any Pokemon, and Ditto's Dream World ability allows you to transform immediately, making his weak stats never actually existent in battle. None of these Pokemon made it on the list. For full consideration, I'll be looking at a variety of factors, including stats, move pools, evolutions, and other uses. So with the ground rules out of the way, let's do this. Number 10. Regigigas. Now I know what you're thinking. How on earth can a legendary even be on this list? But like I said, this list will have a little bit of creative picking. Regigigas earns a spot here for being pretty much the worst legendary Pokemon ever. His stats are pretty solid, but everything falls apart once you read Slow Start, the godforsaken ability that halves your attack and speed for the first 5 turns of battle. Anyone familiar with Pokemon knows, most one-on-one battles last a couple of turns at best, with one-hit knockouts usually being the deciding factor. Having 5 turns at the reduced stats puts you at the abysmal stat total of 535, weaker than many non-legendary Pokemon like Gyarados and Blissey. For such an awesome design, there's no reason the King of the Golems should be way worse than his 3 subjects. Number 9. Beedrill, Butterfree, Dustox, and Beautifly. For a little more creative picking, these 4 insects all represent one thing. They share a place for the lowest stat total on a Pokemon that has evolved twice. These Pokemon are close to our hearts because they're usually found early in the game, and because they evolve so quickly, they become many trainers' first experience with evolution. That said, there's a reason they all evolve so quickly, and all 4 of these flying bugs are outclassed by just about every other fully evolved insect in the games to date. Number 8. Combee is down there as one of the weaker Pokemon out there, but it's nowhere near the bottom, and Vespiquen definitely isn't one of the weakest evolutions. So what gives? It turns out, Combee has just the right combination of types and low defense to make it to the proud winner of the highest damage from a single attack award. Both Yanma and Ladybah also share this honor, but Combee is the weakest of the 3. It's extremely unlikely, but here's how the most damage the Pokemon community has currently calculated in a single attack goes down. Combee faces Shuckle into triple battles. Shuckle gets helping hand boost from both of his teammates. His teammates pull their Flower Gift and the weather is sunny. Shuckle holds a metronome, gets hit by a power trick to flip his attack and defense, gets hit with a skill swap to give it pure power, and gets 6 attack boosts of any kind. Shuckle must perform defense curl and then roll out. If roll out hits for 5 straight turns, on the 5th strike, if a critical hit on a minimum defense Combee, which has been hit by a defense decreaser like Screech, Combee will be hit for 481,266,000 damage, or the equivalent of trying to intercept a hydrogen bomb with your face. Number 7. Pichu. Pichu's a problem for all kinds of reasons. I never really understood baby Pokemon. They're extremely weak and pretty much unusable, especially when Pikachu really isn't all that tough to begin with. But Pikachu wins a special award, Glass Champion. Why? Because Pichu has the lowest combined stat total for HP, defense, and special defense, making him an easy knockout from just about anything. Heck, you could probably just look at him the wrong way and he'd faint. It also seems that Super Smash Bros. Wanted to make Pichu loyal to his original games. How did they do that? By making him the worst character in the game. Why, Pichu? Why do you hurt yourself when you attack? Why are you so bad? Why are you even in this game? Number 6. Azurill. Speaking of baby Pokemon, Azurill claims the award for not only the weakest baby Pokemon, but it also has the second lowest stat total of any Pokemon. But it isn't just its stats that are painful, it's its art. For some reason, Ken Sugimori must have wanted Azurill to look like the most miserable Pokemon in existence. It just makes me feel bad looking at him. And while his 3rd generation sprite was nice and cheery, the 5th generation fixed that real good. You poor thing. It just makes me want to cry.
Number 5.
Delibird. Delibird, the mentally challenged Santa Bird Pokemon, was dangerously close to making my worst Pokemon list, escaping out in my dishonorable mentions. But there's no escape for the bird here on my weakest list, where a stat total of 330 is the lowest on a fully evolved Pokemon once you exclude the trio I mentioned earlier. His move pool is pathetically low, and his signature attack Present is one of the biggest laughs in the game, with a 20% chance of actually healing the defending Pokemon. Delibird might be a great reminder of goodwill toward your fellow Pokemon, but in a battle, he's next to useless.
Number 4.
Exactly.
Luvdisc. As the other Pokemon that tied with Delibird in stats, Luvdisc also escaped the wrath of my worst Pokemon list by sliding into the dishonorable mentions. But here in the realm of the weakest, there's nowhere to hide. Luvdisc manages to barely fight out Delibird for an even worse move pool by being mono-type, and it wasn't even until Generation 5 that it could learn Hydro Pump. Luvdisc might be the heart Pokemon, but there's very little to love about it.
Number 3.
Sunkern. Coming in, here's what many expected to close the day: Sunkern. At 180, Sunkern is the number 1 weakest overall Pokemon stat-wise. However, despite his absolute frailty, there are a few things that keep this guy out of the absolute bottom. For one, he can learn a surprising amount of moves despite his weak state, including Giga Drain, Leech Seed, Solar Beam, and Sludge Bomb. Secondly, he evolves into Sunflora. Sunflora won't win any tournaments, but it's at least a reminder that this isn't even his final form. And finally, and I couldn't believe this at first, Sunkern is an absolute beast at the Pokeathlon. He's one of the few Pokemon that has the potential for perfect stance, and this little guy can get it done. Yeah, he's the weakest overall Pokemon, but you gotta admire the guy as an athlete.
Number 2.
Magikarp. Yep, here's the guy you've all been waiting for. Most people think of Magikarp as the useless Pokemon that can only use Splash. And while some people haven't realized that he's learned a few moves since then, he still has one of the worst move pools known to a Pokemon. For starters, I do recognize that both Magikarp and Phoebus share the dismal 200 base stat total, but with all the great moves Phoebus can learn through tutoring and breeding, I couldn't even put it in the same ballpark as the Carp. Magikarp, in addition to Splash, has always been able to learn Tackle at level 15. By no means is this a selling point, but it's something. By the 3rd generation, he got Flail, and by the 4th he got Bounce. A fairly decent attack. However, if you don't include event Pokemon, this is it. That move pool is still pretty horrendous, and combined with the 8th weakest total stats of any Pokemon, it's a classically bad combination that trainers will laugh at for years to come. So what keeps him out of the absolute bottom? Come on. Do I even need to say it?
Number 1.
Unknown. There's something about Unknown that keeps it consistently low in everything I make. He took number 7 on the list of worst cards ever I made a handful of years ago, and just